Alright, what's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another 2XKO video, and today we're taking a look at another one of their heroes, one of their League of Legends, what are we? Some kind of League of Legends? Yes, you are. And today we're taking a look at Darius, who is one of the iconic ones, who I'm not too fond of, but I do know he is a fan favorite here. He is a massive god, and I do believe he comes from the land of Noxus, which is a different area from Piltover, which we do take a look at Arcane. And I do believe in the Arcane sort of like cinematic universe, we are headed to Noxus very soon, which is very exciting, and we will probably see Darius there. For his skins, he has one skin like everybody else, but a couple of different color variations. He does have his dark red and black color scheme here, which, you know, sign of war, big tough people live in Noxus because it's a land of fighting, war, and where strength topples anything. We then have his blue and yellow one, which does kind of make him look like a space marine from Warhammer. Not gonna lie, I think that is a pretty cool look. That shits. I don't like the green and grey. It gives him a Bowser look, though, with them big old shoulder pads. We have the orange and yellow, which is probably my favourite of the colour schemes, but doesn't go too well with him. We have the bubblegum one, which makes him look a lot less threatening, and personally, I wouldn't be as scared of him if he was charging at me with that colour scheme. We then have a cherry colour scheme, which looks pretty cool. I like this one. Very vibrant, but still also keeps the menacing look to it. And then we have the toxic one, which is the green and the black, which is probably the scariest looking one. He does have a Punisher style face card, which, you know, does remind me of the Marvel Rivals version of Punisher. We have a couple of taunts here where he bangs his chest ready for war like a big gorilla. We have the Bring It On, the Try Me, the confidence there I'm not a huge fan of. Fine job giving some respect to the fellow fighters, which I do quite like. It is very honourable of him to do that. And then Axed, where he's threatening to kill you. We have his finishes, which is just the standard KO, which everybody has in this game. The moves list, oh no, he's another one which has a charge-up move, where he can drag people and swing at people, or hook them in. I'm personally not a fan of the charge moves because it takes a lot more thinking power, a lot more brain power I need to put on my thinking cap to actually use these ones, whereas my style of play is normally button bashing, whereas he's a more sort of tactical style of play where you have to think about what you're going to do, compared to Jinx, Echo, and Ahri and Vi, which just seem to be very much spam attack. These feel very, like, precision-based and time-based, whereas Jinx is very chaotic. And so is Echo, really, with like his time jumps and Jinx's machinery. These feel very like methodical and thought out, like war tactics, which honestly fits for the character, I'm gonna say. Even with Yasuo, who we took a look at the other day as well, him being like an honorable swordsman, that also feels within character to have these charge up abilities. Wow, that's boring. His super moves look pretty cool. I will be honest, we did just scroll through them and I was yapping whilst they were playing. Mainly just throwing and sort of swinging his axe around. Nothing too extravagant. But, you know, it's just dragging and throwing his axe around, putting all of his weight into it. He has his universal ones there, and his bio is also there. Honestly, pretty interesting character design. I'm not too fond of it, I'm gonna be so for real. He's too big and too bulky for my liking, again, as a scrawny little guy myself. I'm not a big fan of the big hunk style characters. But we'll go into a game, and we'll try him out, see how he goes against the other characters I set him up with. Obviously, we are gonna go with him. And we're going to have Jinx as that. Nope, Jinx is our side character, because we always like Jinx. We're going to go with Alawi. Again, some bigger, muscly characters coming into the fray here to go against our big, muscly character. I do feel like it would be this one, but this one's locked. I don't know how to get to that one. So we'll go to the beach. Because I don't really know where else. Well, I feel, yeah, the Bridge of Progress feels right for them, I'm going to be honest. I don't know why, it just does. Jinx looks a little scared here, a little concerned, whereas the bottom two look excited to go up against each other, and the big guy's just looking at his muscles. Starting now. Oh, sick. Alright, so these three actually know each other. I like that. These three are from Noxus. That makes sense. Again, I know very little about the League lore, because I do know they were resetting it, because they had a lot of trouble with the League lore over the past couple of years, where stuff was getting, like, overwritten, or, like, stuff was, like, you know, getting plot holes and stuff like that. So I do feel like Arcane is, like, a way for them to reset the lore, which is quite good. And again, I know very little about these guys, only from what I've been told on TikTok, and what I've watched on YouTube about people sort of theorizing about where Arcane's going to go next. So I know very little about these characters, but I'm excited that we get to see them here. And I like how we can add bleeding to them. That's cool. That's nice. Does it add more damage to me? Does me making them bleed and give me more damage? I quite like that. That's cool. That's a unique thing that we haven't seen with many other characters here. He has like a special sort of perk ability. I feel like Jinx should stun them with like the explosions, and maybe like slow the movement down. Alari should technically, if we're giving everyone like special perks, should like, you know, make them fall in love, so make their like attacks weaker a little bit if she can pull off a move. I just feel like little stuff like that would make the game so much more interesting with like hidden little details. Again, it is just in the beta at the moment, so it is like, again, and it's like minimum, but I still think it's cool. Damn, okay. Aura. So yeah, that's Darius. I'm gonna be so for real. Playing as him is alright. There isn't much difference between playing as the characters. Obviously, my style of play is just button mashing and using like the main buttons, whereas the pro competitors in this game, when it does drop, there will probably be like an esports section for this, because League and Riot, the people who make League and Valorant, have a pretty big foot in the esports place. So I do feel like they would, you know, have a pretty big spot here as well. So honestly, I'm not too fussed about Darius. He isn't the best character in the game. He isn't the worst. I probably would never use him, so I would give him 7 out of 10. I don't know, I just don't like his character design. I don't like his vibe. It doesn't really resonate with me, and normally I like characters which resonate with me, and I'll choose them more often. Unfortunately, he does not resonate, so he does not get the right of being picked. Unfortunately, so other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next one. Hope you all have an excellent day, and I hope you all come back tomorrow for some more 2xKO videos, because we do have a couple left to do, and a couple more characters to try out. Alright, bye-bye.